Hello, family. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am well and I thank God. This is Masimoli. I hope you're all doing well. Kindly, if you are new in this, I pray that you subscribe, like, comment, and share. We are talking here. We are talking about relationships. Yes, let us talk. That is why we are here talking. Now, uh, we have been talking and we thank God. There are testimonies, there are a lot of people are giving testimonies, but it is always good for us to also comment there. And I said the other time that if possible, kindly just give a suggestion what you want us to talk about. Today, I want us to talk about forgiveness amongst ourselves. We are talking about relationships here. Who are we relating with and what are we relating with? We say that relationship is whatever thing, whoever person that you are relating with, that people that you stay with, people that concern you, your kins, the people that you even share the DNA with. Yeah. Now, I thank God. Now, I want us to talk about forgiveness. It is hard. It is hard to forgive, but it is good to forgive. When we forgive, it is always said when we forgive, it is for our own benefit because we feel light for what we've been carrying. We've been carrying people in our hearts, in our minds, even in our bodies, because most of the times when you are annoyed and when you feel bad about someone, you feel your body so heavy and you don't feel good. It is stressful. I am telling you, carrying someone is stressful. So we just need to forgive. And you know what? You will never be wronged by anybody from far. The person that is going to wrong you is the person who is just next to you, your own person, your spouse, your children, the people in the society. That is why we are talking about relationships, how the relationships affect us and how to deal with them. Now, the people who are going to wrong you are the people who are just next to you, people from your place, people just the people that you're working with, the people that you're in the same office with, the people that you are seeing every day. These are the people that are wronging you. That is why the Bible also tells us that in Jeremiah and also in Micah 7:5, and as I said the other time, that you should not trust anybody, even the person that you sleep with, even the person that sleeps on your blossom. So these are the people who are going to wrong us. Do you know why they wrong us? Because they know us better. They are with us every time. And when you stay with someone every time, when you are with someone every time, there's no way you can stay without even maybe uh, maybe brushing shoulders and all that. So the people that wrong us are the people that are just next. I want to talk about this forgiveness. Look at this. Look at Micah. We start with Micah chapter 7, verse 6. It says, in these days, I'm saying that we are talking about relationship and we are talking about forgiving today. Now, 7:6, Micah 7:6, it says, in these days, in these times, sons treat their fathers like fools. And it is true. Sons nowadays, there is no that gap that was there before between a parent and the children. Nowadays, it is like you're almost on the same level because sons feel that they know more, and sometimes even parents or the fathers fear them because of the way they are nowadays, because you fear to talk to this son or this daughter. If you talk to the daughter or to the son, they might even leave the place and go. So nowadays, the way we live in a style of, it is like we are persuading them. We are just putting ourselves into their lines. Look at this. In this time, sons treat their fathers like fools. Daughters oppose their mothers. Yes, daughters. They are even daughters are we are when we start talking, we talk in the same level. I'm talking, she's talking. The mother is talking, the daughter is talking. Who is telling the other? Nowadays, they don't listen. They are not there to just, or they sit down and you tell them. They know more than you know. You want to suggest something, they feel that you are putting them down, you are pinning them down. Long time, people used to just sit and listen to the parents and listen to the elders, and the elders will say something and we just obey. Nowadays, sons are seeing the fathers as false. Daughters are just arguing so much with the mothers. Daughters are opposing the mothers. You say something, they feel the mother is saying it because maybe there's without a genuine reason. They are so much opposing the mothers. Let us look at this. And young women quarrel with their mothers-in-law. Is it happening? Young women quarreling with their mothers-in-law. In the other video, we have talked about the in-laws. What is happening? We have talked about the in-laws. Why can't we just be what we are? If you are a mother-in-law, let the daughter-in-law be. If you are a daughter-in-law, let the mother-in-law be. Because we said the other time that first love of that husband of yours and the son of that woman started from the woman. And when we understand that, we'll give each one his or our own space. When we know that, we are also told that a man and a wife will leave their parents and go stay with the wife, and they become one. When we understand such things, there will be no problem. Listen, look at this. A person's enemies, that is the part that I wanted. Look at this, and it is serious, my dear ones. A person's enemies are the members of his own family, not anywhere else. Your own family. And a family, you can take it at large. The siblings, the uncles, the children, the spouses, the partners. These are the people. The enemies of a person is people from your own family. And that is why I started with this. I said, no one will come from outside and come to wrong you because they don't know you. And in fact, when they are new to you, the way they'll act is very different from someone who knows you. No one, even it is said that no one can bewitch another if they don't know them well. How do you start joking around with somebody's life that you don't even know how this person lives? You don't know the foundation of this person. But the person that is really going to play around with your life is the person who is just next to you. Sometimes it reaches a point that they are the people who never care. Do you know what the Bible says in the book of Malachi? Is it Malachi chapter 3 verse 18? It says, a friend is better than a brother. A friend is better than a brother. Someone outside there will just consider you more than a brother. Some friends, that is what the Bible says, 3:18. I think it is Malachi 3:18. It says, some friends are better than brothers. What does that mean? Someone outside there can be better than the person who is close to you. Somebody else, another person's child sometimes can treat you even better than the way your child can treat you. You can imagine let me just give this example, where the children have left and their old father or mother at home and they don't bother, they stay somewhere and they don't bother. And then those parents are given food by the neighbors. Those parents are given food by the people who are close to them. What does that mean? These people are better than the children. So some friends are better than the brothers. These people are better than the children that you have given birth to. Because the children are not there to take care of you, but you are being taken care. The parent is being taken care by someone else, a neighbor, a friend. So what does it mean? And it means a person's enemies are the members of his own family. You are most of the times you'll be stressed. You'll go through challenges that are brought about by the people who are close to you. Sometimes when you go through stress, it is just because of somebody who is close to you. If you're a married woman, a man outside there will never stress you. You'll be stressed by the person that you stay with, your partner, your spouse. If you are a man, the lady outside there will become the best friend more than the wife that you have, because this wife will stress you, and she becomes your enemy more than the person outside there. The people of your own family, those who belong to your own family. But now what happens? Because they are your people, the Bible says we have to forgive them. We have to appreciate them. We have to accommodate them. And we have to keep on forgiving 7 times, 70 times. We have to forgive so that life may continue. Sometimes you ask yourself, if you don't forgive, are you going to stay like that? And when you forgive, you feel relieved. Because this is somebody you will be seen every day. You wake up in the morning, you see this person. You come in the evening, you see the same person. So you have no option just to forgive and forget. Though sometimes it is very hard for us to forget, but you just forgive and you assume it is for your own benefit. You lighten your heart, because when you are annoyed with this person, your heart is so heavy. And even sometimes you become, even the countenance changes because of getting annoyed. So much annoyance. And these are the people, when you wake up in the morning, they are the people you see in the first place. Look at this. You can never be wronged by anybody from outside. That is why it is very, very important to forgive the same people. Let me finish with this. Genesis chapter 50. We know the story of Joseph. Joseph is hated so much by the brothers. And these brothers hate Joseph so much until they sell Joseph to the enemies, to the merchants. And Joseph is taken to Egypt. And then they go and lie to the father that Joseph is dead, and the father mourns a lot. They take there's a time I will talk about that coat of many colors, and then they take the coat, they slaughter a lamb or even a goat, and they smeared blood on that coat, and they went and lied to the father that Joseph has been killed, and this is the coat. That is why there's blood, because Joseph was attacked by a certain animal. The father complained. The father felt bad, and they sold Joseph, and they did not mind, and they stayed without Joseph, and they were happy now that Joseph was out of their sight, because they hated Joseph, and Joseph knew that the brothers hated him, and Joseph was sold in Egypt. We know what happened after that. Joseph went and stayed in Egypt, but in Egypt Joseph found favor before before Potiphar's, before people, and Joseph was even promoted highly. We know the story. We know what happened. All that Joseph going to prison and coming out of prison and all that, and Potiphar's wife, what they did, but Joseph was going through a lot. One thing that is so good about Joseph, and that is why Joseph was getting breakthroughs. Let me tell you, when we forgive, we release the pain, and what we get back is the breakthrough, and it is a blessing. The grace increases when we have that grace to forgive. We get more blessings, all doors open. When we keep on clinging on that pain, we close up many doors. But when we forgive, we release the doors. I want to imagine Joseph never carried the grudge for the brothers when he was in Egypt. He still loved the brothers, and maybe by the grace of God. And where were the brothers, even for Joseph to be annoyed with, for Joseph even to show the annoyance, for Joseph even to show the anger towards the brothers? They were nowhere, because they were left home. And Joseph was sold far, and Joseph was isolated. He was lonely because he did not have his family. And the same family are the ones who have taken him away. Nobody else, the neighbor, the cousin, and all who could not come and sell Joseph, the brothers. And that is why it was just stayed like that. Do you know, even when you do something to the person close to you, this person, you sometimes when you hate them, you don't feel it so much when they go through problems, because it is not your problem. Okay, let us forget about that. Now, Joseph went to Egypt, and he was sold there by his own brothers. Brothers, same mother, same father. Then what happens? The 11 brothers, I know you know what Reuben is on. They wanted to kill him, in fact, but Reuben said no. So they just sold Joseph to the merchants. What happens? Joseph stays there, and then famine now comes in Israel. And then a time comes that now the father, now Jacob, tells the brothers, go to Egypt to go and buy food there. Guess who is to be? I know you know the process, what happened. Guess who is there? Who is in charge of the food? Who is in charge of the stores? Joseph. Where they are supposed to get the food from? Who is in charge? Joseph. Joseph must forgive the brothers, because if he doesn't forgive the brothers, they are not going to get the food, and they are not going to take the food to the father. You know what happened? Joseph first inquires whether the father is alive, and he's happy that he's told that the father is alive. His blood brother Benjamin, the Benjamin is also alive, so he's happy. And he plays his own tactics for these people to come now to Egypt. To come, all of them, he plays his, I know we know the story, plays his tactics and sends for the father, for the brother, and they all come. When they come, they don't even notice Joseph, because according to them, Joseph is long time. He's gone. Most probably dead. Most probably somewhere in problems because they could not imagine that Joseph would be somewhere with a high rank. Why? Because to them, Joseph is dead. Look at this. That is a bad thing. You kill your own brother. You chase your own brother away. You assume your brother. You kill your brother even in your heart. You sell your brother to the merchants in your heart. You send your sister to the merchants in your heart. So many of us here have sold our siblings to the merchants. So many of us here, we have done that. We don't want to mind, we don't care where they are. We sold them and we chased them away. From our hearts, they are no longer there. Never knowing that you are doing that, maybe this brother would be the helper, would be your destiny connector. Look at this as you finish. Then after all that, after they sold the brother to Joseph, and Joseph became a great man in Egypt in charge of the stores where they are supposed to get to come and buy their food. And then it happens and happens and happens. And then Joseph now reveals himself to them and together with the father. And the father dies, and Joseph makes plans for the father to be buried well, and even gives the land to the brothers and all that. Look at this. The brothers are now feeling guilty. Look at this. What are they saying? 50:15. Genesis chapter 50, verse 15. We finish with that. After the death of their father, Joseph's brothers said, what if Joseph still hates us and plans to pay us back for all the harm we did to him, paying them back, revenging, and they know that they did bad. They are also even judging themselves. What if he hates us? Joseph never hated them. They are the ones who hated Joseph. Joseph has no space for that. Do you know we have people who can hate you and you don't hate them? I can have people who hate me, but I don't hate them. I can be your friend and maybe you are not my friend. You are there, you hate me for no reason. But me, I love you. It happens. Look, then, so they send a message to Joseph. Before our father died, they are now feeling guilt and they're even fearing. Before our father died, he told us to ask you, please forgive the crime your brothers committed when they wronged you. Now, please forgive us the wrong that we, the servants of your father's God, have done. Joseph cried when he received this message. Then his brothers themselves came and bowed down before him. Here we are before you as our slaves. As your slaves, they said. Joseph said to them, they are asking for forgiveness. They have known their mistake, though it is the situation and the condition that has taken them to knowing their problem now, and the problem has taken them to the person that they hated, and this person never hated them. Look, what is Joseph saying after all that? Don't be afraid. I can't put myself in the place of God. You plotted evil against me, but God turned it into good in order to preserve the lives of many people who are alive today because of what happened. You have nothing to fear. I will take care of you and your children. Imagine. Whatever thing that they did to Joseph, Joseph never carried that. Instead, he's telling them, I can never judge you because I'm not God. And I will not revenge because I'm not God. God says, do not revenge. The revenge belongs to, do not avenge. It belongs to me. Leave it to me. So when you are wrong, let us not revenge. Let us not even let us live. Let us not take the place of God. That is what Joseph is saying, and he's saying, no, don't worry, please. It happened for the good because God had planned that we are going to preserve the lives. I was used to preserve the lives of the Israelites, and that is what He's doing. And He told them, don't fear. I will take care of you, and I will take care of your children. What happened? Joseph forgave them. When Joseph forgave them, they grew a lot and it became a great nation because Joseph forgave them. Joseph did not revenge by killing them and killing the children. He forgave them. Let us forgive one another. When you forgive one another, God opens doors. When you forgive one another, we start having empathy, feeling for our siblings, feeling, this sibling rivalry. Let us forgive our siblings. We can hate one another. Joseph was hated by the brothers. We can hate one another, but please let us forgive. When we forgive, we are going to expand. When we forgive, we are even going to help one another. Me as your sibling, I can help you and your children. You as a sibling, when you forgive me, you can help me and my children. Forgive and forget. Yes, I've wronged you. I have wronged, and let me tell you, anyone can wrong the other. No one is righteous and no one is perfect. I can wrong you, you can wrong me. So please, let us forgive one another. Joseph forgave the brothers Let us forgive one another. We are told that these are the people of your own household are the people who are going to wrong you. But what do? Because we have to stay with them and we are not going to take them anywhere else. We have to forgive them for our hearts to be at peace. Let us forgive. This is Mercy Molly. Kindly subscribe, like, and share. I love you. God bless you.